Assalamu alaikum. Inshallah, today I will um, share this very interesting uh, stream, and this is from Hamza Dance. He is talking to a sister and conveying the message of Islam and explaining, answering some of her questions. So, in this way, the topic of Taliban and Sharia also came. So, I like to share that, and this is a very well addressed by Hamza. So, let's watch this clip, and you will enjoy it.
There's countries today, let's see if you can guess the country, right, where women can't go to work unless they wear a certain type of clothing, yeah? And girls can't go to school unless they wear certain type of clothing. And even parents can't go on school trips with their children unless they wear a certain type of clothing.
Yeah.
And they're actually physically stopped from going to work if they don't wear this particular clothing, yeah? They're told how to dress. Do you know which country this is?
I know that I'm pretty sure it's Islam culture. I'm pretty sure. As for what country, I'm not entirely sure.
France.
Oh, okay.
Because in France, a Muslim schoolgirl can't wear a scarf. If she wears a scarf, she can't go to school.
Huh.
Now, until she's 18, right?
Okay.
And, but she can choose to have sex at 15.
Okay.
So she can choose to have sex at 15, but she can't choose to wear a scarf until 18, right? The parents can't wear a scarf to go on school trips with their daughters. And women can't go into public buildings to work if they wear a scarf.
Okay.
In France, a Muslim woman will be made to strip on the beach down to a bikini or a swimsuit. They're not allowed to cover up.
Okay.
And this is France. Now, most people think Afghanistan when you start talking about women's rights. And this is the amazing thing, and this is our culture in a nutshell. Once what happened in Afghanistan with the Taliban, oh, the women, this, that, the schoolgirls. All right, yeah, get that. Why don't you care about the women in France? Why has this become an issue for you? But this is happening in France and no one's saying nothing.
Yeah, I think.
No. You've got videos of Muslim women being told to remove clothing on the beach, forced to strip by the government.
That's just not right.
No, but that's the scenario you're in. You get me? And this is the problem with society and morality.
Yep, 100%. I mean,
Yeah.
it's people forcing people to do things, and it's just not something that I'm okay with, because at the end of the day, I mean, I feel like it should be up to you whether you do something.
Yeah, but don't get me wrong. If that's the laws of France, then that's the laws of France. Yeah.
Then so be it. Yeah.
Yeah. So if France decide this is the law, you can't go to the beach until you're half naked. Yeah. And you girls can't wear hijab in school, and you women can't wear the hijab in public buildings. That's the law. But if you're going to accept that, then you should say to Afghanistan, well, if that's the law, that's the law. So if Afghanistan, the women have to cover to go to school and have to cover to go to work and have to cover to go out, then you can't like saying, oh, but the war, wait a minute. Well, wait a minute. I thought we've just agreed that the law's the law. So if a sovereign nation determines law in their land, and if you don't like that law, then leave that land. Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
But then when it comes to Afghanistan, why don't you give the same concept? Why don't you allow the same thing that, well, if that's the law of the land, it's the law of the land, deal with it.
I feel like a lot of people don't deal with it and just have the opinion that they do because of the stigma that they have. And I feel like a lot of things just boil down to a stigma, because a lot of people believe one thing, so everybody should believe it, when they don't have the research or anything to back that up. And I feel like that's where humanity fails.
Do you know what the Quran says about unbelievers?
No, I don't.
Let those who believe, believe, and let those who disbelieve, disbelieve.
Bottom line, that's what it should be.
Because, Allah says, but then it goes on to warn those who disbelieve. Don't think you're going to get away with anything. He says, when that day comes and the angels lay you out and tell you, this is the day you used to deny me. You know what I mean? So don't be shocked when you die. It ain't the end and all that. But you can't go and force people to believe. Do you know what I mean? And even like
Oh,
in a
100%.
Sharia, even in like, you know, a Sharia law state, yeah? Sharia
Right.
law is only for Muslims.
Okay.
So if the state of Wisconsin became Sharia compliant, for example, yeah,
Right.
it would only be for Muslims in that state. Non-Muslims would have their own laws. You know, that if you look back in the days of the, you know, in the golden age of Islam and the Islamic Empire, where the Jews were protected by the Muslims and such, and they had their own judicial systems. But Sharia is for Muslims. That's who it's for. And so when people don't understand these concepts, do you know what I mean?
Yep. It's, yeah.
Right. I've not got long left for this particular talk. We are going to continue this talk.